You're listening to Demon World with Jasmine Us on Demon FM.
My co-presenter today, Kevin Gaughan. Hello, Kevin. It's been a long, many times over time.
It has indeed, Jazz. Hello. And I'd just like to say it's a complete pleasure to be here again in the studio with you.
And once again, multiple pleasure because we've just not had the opportunity to get all this local great music on the air for a while. So
no, we haven't.
Tell us who we've got lined up, Kevin.
I'll do that. So today's show is a rammed show. It's largely promoting big gig at the end of this week, actually next Friday, called Let's Face the Music, organised by Music in Leicester, Firebug and Duffy's Bar. It's a fantastic gig. It's more than a gig. It's like a mini festival spanning over 3 stages. And we've got some of those bands and musicians in here today, and we shall be chatting to them and listening to some of their sounds. And if you want to see them live, go to next Friday's Let's Face the Music. Okay then, just in summary, because we've got quite a few to get through, we've got 5 guests, as I say. We've got, first up will be the Bellatones. They do a fantastic fusion of genres in their music, so that'd be great to hear from them and hear about their music. Really good to see live. And then we'll have a couple of people from Finches of Attica, classic indie rock band that do their own original stuff. Again, amazing to watch and absolutely fantastic music. We'll also have Andrea Kenny. This is in no particular order, by the way. We'll also have Andrea Kenny from the Brandy Thieves, who does fantastic solo performances as well as she performs with the band as well, and wow, they're something to watch. So they're really good. That's Andrea Kenny from the Brandy Thieves. And we'll also have Luke Broughton, who is a solo performer. Very atmospheric music. It's really quite unique and lovely. Can't wait to hear that. And then we'll also have Siobhan Mazzy. She does her solo stuff, but now these days she's also in a band. Also really amazing music. She did a nice solo gig, I think, on Monday at Nottingham, so it'll be nice to hear about how that went down. But yeah, she's been around on the music scene for a long time, so it'll be great to catch up with her. And finally, we've also... that was the Bellatones. I've mentioned them. And no, that's about it, I think, Jazz. Don't think I've missed anybody off, so yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. So lots of great local music to look forward to on the show, and we'll be talking to the artist as well. And just before we move on to the local music scene, it's a very important day here at the De Montfort University. It's something called an open day. So if you fancy finding out what sort of courses are on offer at the De Montfort, they fling their doors open today. So it is buzzing around here. So when Kevin says rammed, I think... he also refers to the corridors, which are normally very silent on a weekend. And there's lots and lots of students from all over the country, and I'm sure further afield, budding students. And regardless of your age, there's courses for everyone. So would welcome you to come down. We're right next door to the Leicester Royal Infirmary, sandwiched between the Royal and the City things. If you want to get more info about, get to see all the different departments, all their sort of facilities, accommodation, student life, and many more things. If you want to get more info about that, you can go to dmu.ac.uk. City. About our great city next.
Demon FM.
If you're new to Leicester, here's a bit of history and background to our great city. Located on the banks of the River Soar, Leicester is home to a population of around 330,000 people. The city, one of the most important cities in the East Midlands, boasts one of the most multicultural populations in the UK, with a diverse mix of communities and cultures. Leicester is one of the oldest cities in England, with a history going back at least 2,000 years. Before it was named Leicester, it was known as Rotae Corieltavorum, the Roman name for the city. The remains of the baths and pavements of Roman Leicester can be seen at and around the Jury Wall. Other Roman artefacts are displayed in the Jury Wall Museum. Leicester's city status was removed in the 11th century and was only reinstated once more in 1919. Following this, St Martin's Church was consecrated in 1927. The introduction of both the railways and modern canal improvements rapidly launched Leicester into the Industrial Revolution, and subsequently it became a hub for shoemaking and hosiery production. In 1936, Leicester was identified as the second richest city in Europe, and from there, industry and economic growth just kept on increasing. These days, you can find some of the world's biggest brand names, as with a head office presence in the Roman city corporations such as Next, Goldsmiths, Walmart and DHL. The National Space Centre is also located close to the city, and this is reflected in Leicester's reputation for scientific innovation. The University of Leicester is one of only a handful of universities that specialise in space sciences. Leicester is also known for its arts and culture scene, with the city hosting the International Short Film Festival since its creation in 1996. Sport is a huge part of city life for Leicester. With the Leicester Tigers playing at Welford Road, the Tigers are one of rugby's most successful clubs, winning 9 premierships and 2 European championships. Leicester City Football Club play out of the King Power Stadium, whilst Leicestershire County Cricket Club are also based in the city. And of course, we also happen to have a band that you may have heard of called Kasabian.
Take me tonight, I'm an easy lover. Take me into the fight, I'm an easy brother. I'm on fire. Burn my sweet effigy, I'm a road runner. Spill my guts on the wheel, I wanna taste I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on
Demon FM playing Kasabian and Fire. They, of course, were in the social media this week. They're always in the social media, I hear you say. However, they were in the social media for a different reason, because they were playing the second act, if you like, to a guy called Harrison Gent, who came on the show and performed for us a while back. And Harrison did a bit of a jam with one of the Kasabian members, and it went viral. What can you say? You know, there are no limits once you've been on Demon FM, and Harrison is a classic example of that. And Kevin is nodding in the positive, but his mic's down at the moment, so we won't get any comment from him. Right, we're going to introduce our next guest in a moment, from a band called the Bellatone. Warm things up a bit with a track of theirs called Soul Castaway. That's up next.
listening to Demon World with Jasmine Ass on Demon FM.
She wore high heels and a long black coat. She had eyes of steel that would bore into your soul. She left nothing behind, left you tongue-tied and helpless. Lost all your defenses. Oh, she brought you to your knees. Went back to my hometown. At the end of the day, I stopped at the crossroads. Where my heart lay, my soul cast away. My soul cast away. She saw all your lies. She walked like a wise woman, cut you down with her smile. All your senses stolen. On the edge of reason, on the edge of wisdom, on the edge of deception. Oh, it was just beyond your belief. Went back to my hometown. At the end of the day, I stopped at the crossroads. Where my heart lay, my soul cast away. My soul was cast away down to the river, oh, down to the sea. My soul was cast away down to the river, oh, down to the sea. Soul cast away, soul cast away, soul cast away. Went back to my hometown. At the end of the day, I stopped at the crossroads. Where my heart lay. Went back to my hometown. I stopped at the crossroads. Where my heart lay, my soul cast away. My soul, my soul, my soul, my soul cast away.
We are live, local, and we are loud here on Demon FM. And our first guest is with us in the studio, and he's from the Bellatones, a band you just heard there, a track called Soul Castaway, and it is Paul Yates. Hello, Paul.
Hi, how you doing?
Very well, and Paul, welcome to the show.
Great
Paul,
to be here.
Let's start off first of all. Tell us that song, is it one you've written yourself, and is there kind of like a story or a message in there?
There is. What often happens in the way Bellatones write songs, and most of the songs we do, well, in fact, nearly exclusively all of the songs we do are our own material, is they evolve over a period of time. One of us might have a riff or an idea or a theme, we'll play it to the rest, and then we'll all join in, and then we might write the lyrics together. This particular one, I think that it was a riff that I'd come up with on guitar, and then as I always do, do, I played it to Olive, who's the lead singer, who writes a lot of the lyrics. But I'd got a clear idea for a chorus that I'd already written, so I sang the chorus to her. She joined in, and then we started working on the verse, and she added some lyrics, and the rest always chip in and come with an ideas, and then that's how that one evolved.
Paul, that kind of nicely leads us into introducing the other members of the band.
So the Bellatones consist of Olive Rollings on lead vocals, violin and bouzouki. Myself, Paul, I play guitar. We've got Rachel Allen on bass, Ian Harmer on keyboards, and Phil Downing on drums and percussion.
How would you describe your style, genre of music?
I think that's a question we're always asked, and people say, I think a lot of people that are in bands often say, well, we're a bit genre-defying. One of the things about Bellatones is we do just play whatever we want. We started off really, essentially, 8 or 9 years ago as a bit of a folk duo, and then we gradually added blues influences, soul influences as we added more members. I think that the best description I've ever heard of Bellatones music, or certainly my favourite description, is somewhere on a continuum between the Carpenters and Nick Cave. And I very much liked that.
That's a very, very long continuum.
Indeed, and that perhaps tells you something about the variety of stuff we do. But certainly, what we do aim to do is put on a show and get the audience on their feet and out of their chairs.
That's what I was going to say. I've seen you at a few festivals now, and I think because of your fusion of genres, or as you say, genre-defying genre, that makes you very entertaining, very good all-round festival band. So do you try and focus on festivals?
We've certainly tried to put that emphasis on. I mean, I think anyone that's in a band will tell you that making the music is the easy part. And going on and promoting yourself and getting on at all the gigs that you'd ideally like to do is the harder part. And this year we've been relatively successful both in and around. Played on the main stage at Simon Says. We played the Western Park Festival most years. This year we're playing at a few festivals both in and around Leicestershire and further afield, and we're looking at the moment to take the band much more outside of Leicester. But it's great to have a hometown gig, and I'm very much looking forward to the Let's Face the Music event next Friday.
Paul, the next track we're going to play of yours, the Bellatones, is My Heart Rewinds. Can you tell us what this track, what message it has, and also introduce the song for us?
I think it's I wouldn't want to get too personal about it, but I know the lyrics are very much about Olive's reflections. She wrote the lyrics for this, and it's very much about her reflections and laments on relationships and thoughts of how relationships go and progress. It was one of those. I really like this song, and I think I can say that because I had very little to do with the creation of this one. It was Ian had come up with it on the keyboard, and he played it to Olive, and Olive came together, and I had some hand in the arrangement. But it's a slight departure from some of our stuff, and it's more of a ballad, and it's a song I really enjoy.
Can you introduce it for us?
Yeah, so here's a song by Bellatones, and it's called My Heart Rewinds.
Watched. If I'd known you were going away,
That is the Bellatones. My heart rewinds. We're talking to Paul Yates of the Bellatones. Paul, can you tell us about some of the gigs and the venues that you perform at locally?
Yeah, I think what we consider our home venue is the Donkey, and we always put a show on there a couple of times a year, generally one in summer and one in winter, where we try and get everybody down that we know and just have a great time and have a real party night. We've played most of the venues in Leicester over the year, the Shed, the Sound House, Duffy, the Musician, all of the places, and we're looking very much to play in and around Leicestershire as well, and also further afield. And we've started branching out. I think the furthest afield we've got this summer is we've got a gig in Harrogate in North Yorkshire, which
Cool.
is actually my hometown.
Right.
So it's really nice to be doing a gig back there. We recently played in Sheffield at the Brothers Arms, great venue, and we're really pleased to have a few festivals this year. Probably the biggest one is we're playing at Green Meadows near Peterborough on the Sunday. We've got a nice slot on the main stage. We're playing at the Wicked Heathen Fest, and I think there's another one near Loughborough. Names escaped me. Sorry for that, but it's that's in I believe late June. Barefoot Festival,
Right,
yes, the
okay.
Barefoot Festival, and I think some of the other artists that are playing today. I know Luke Broughton and I think Siobhan Matson. They're also playing at the Barefoot Festival as well. So it'll be great to catch up with them there. So we've got quite a bit lined up, and we're still working on it, trying to get as many as possible over the summer, because it's always so great to get out in that festival vibe.
Paul, how easy is it to get gigs out of Leicester? You mentioned Sheffield and Harrogate. Is that word of mouth, or have you got some sort of a really good agent? Or both even?
I sometimes wish we did have a really good agent. No, we do it all ourselves. And I think nowadays so much of the communication is electronic. In fact, when we played in Sheffield recently, how that came about was we were playing at the Western Park Festival last year, and the guy that was doing the sound there said, I really enjoyed that. He said, you'd go down well at this pub, the Brothers Arms in Sheffield. And so we contacted them, and they got back to us, and hey presto, we ended up playing there. So I think things do come from word of mouth. Of course, nowadays there's a lot of cold calling. Hey, have a look at our website, have a look at our Facebook page, have a look at Bandcamp, and listen to us. And sometimes you might send a lot of stuff out and not a lot comes back, but sometimes it does, and one thing often leads to another.
Paul, you mentioned Bandcamp and so on. Can you tell us where listeners get more information about you and your work?
Well, we've got our own website, www.bellatones.co.uk. We're on Facebook, Bellatones, and if you want to listen to our music, you can listen to it on our website, and you can also just tap in Bellatones Bandcamp, and that'll come up immediately. And I think we've got about 10 or 12 songs on there, including those you've just listened to, and you can hopefully appreciate the wide variety of stuff that we do.
Paul, it's been great. Thanks for coming in and your touring, and some of the history and the influences of the band. Best of luck with all your gigs and your touring, and do come back and see us again in the near future. Any new music, drop it to us, and we'll play happily for you on Demon FM.
Cheers, Jazz. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you.
As the bombs drop, the world rocks. Virtual wizards, planning wrongs. Chaos causes, manipulators. Wheels of darkness, stupid geezers. I'll take the ticket, dealers. Dance in the panic. Monster addicts, verbal haters. Troll chasers, spiritual leaders. Psyche
That is Robson, All the Love in the World. Here's Tanny Brown.
Oh, na 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 na. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Oh, na 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 na. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Yes, you do. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Honest, you do. I love the way you are. You are my best by far. You make me feel like a king, and you are my queen. Yeah, yeah. Well, if I'm telling the truth and I'll never lie, you're always on my mind, thinking what you are doing and where you are. You're truly one of a kind. Yes, you're my queen, you're my bona fide, you're my empress for life. I'll sing praises for you from the mountaintop. Without you, I have no life. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Yes, you do. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Honest, you do. You're always on my mind. You know you rock my world. The little things you do show why love is true. Yeah, yeah. Well, if I'm telling the truth, I'll never lie. You mean the world to me. Knowing that you are near and by my side, there's so much that we can achieve. Well, if I've told you once, I'll say 1,000 times. You are my empress for life. Without you, there'd be emptiness and strife. Without you, I'd have no life. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Yes. You give me more reasons to love you. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You give me more. You give me reasons. You give me more. You give me the reasons. Always on my mind. You know you rock my world. You're more than one of a kind. You know you rock my world. The little things you do will show our love is true. You make me feel like a king, and you are my queen. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Honest, you do, yeah. Yeah. You give me more reasons to love you. Honest, you do, yeah. Yeah.
That is local band Echolocation, and we are live, local and loud, and our next special guest is going to perform a live number, and then we'll talk some to Andrea Kenny of the Brandy Thieves.
I had no dreams the other night, for I hardly slept a wink. The explosions in my mind were causing me to think. I was thinking about a girl from the black country, a girl that had one day meant so much to me. She meant so much to me. My girl from the black country, what have you done to me? Meaner than an old banshee. My girl from the black country. My heart is in my chest. There ain't too many keys. There's demons on each side of me, 'cause the angels had to leave. They had to leave. It started up with fire. My girl from the black country. Behind this battered door, she didn't tread too carefully. It started up with fire and it ended up in tears. I always reminisce after one too many beers. My girl from the black country. My girl from the black country. What have you done to me? Meaner than an old banshee. My girl from the black country. My girl from the black country. The love, it came too quick, didn't give me time to think. These dreams were made of. What have you done? Kind of fools our soul. Oh, what have you done? What have you done to me? My girl from the black country.
Welcome to the show, Andrea Kenny
Welcome.
of the Brandy Thieves. Hi, Andrea.
Hello, thanks
Hello.
for having me.
Hi, Andrea. I love that name, the Brandy Thieves. Tell us, how did you get that name? I'm kind of, can't wait to get that question to you first.
Well, the Whiskey Thieves was taken, so, but there's a community in, I can't remember what town in America, but at the turn of the century, they all decided to bury some of their sort of personal items and artefacts into a time capsule and bury it in the ground, and then 100 years later it gets dug up, and the brandy that was buried in there has disappeared.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's where we get the name,
And you
the
nicked it.
Brandy Thief.
Yes.
I would never have guessed that. I thought it was maybe something to do with somebody's drink going missing at the bar.
That's generally what it turns into now, to be honest.
Fantastic. Tell us about the band, Andrea. How long have you guys been together? Who are the band members?
So we've been together for 6 years now, nearly 7 years now. So there's myself on vocals and guitar, and brother Kane on bass, Seb on banjo, Joe the Lips on trumpet, and Chris on drums. And every summer we have Tim coming over from the United States to help us out on accordion.
Cool. And who are the musical influences that kind of determine, what your music sounds and feels like?
Oh, it's massively varied. So very eclectic. Obviously, my hero is Tina Turner, and Joe's very much into swing music, and we've got a very strong base in sort of Irish folk stories and traditional Irish music as well. But we all kind of mash it together. There's, gypsy rhythms, a soul vibe to it as well. So it's all sorts of different sounds that we somehow throw together and make work.
Is it all your own stuff, or do you do some covers, a bit of both?
Pretty much all of our own music, all original songs. We throw in the odd cover every now and again.
What's a cover that you throw in?
Toots and the Maytals.
Cool.
Yeah. That's the only one I can think of at the top of my head at the moment. That's the last one we did. I've been away for 3 months. So.
In terms of gigging and so on, where can listeners typically find you guys, doing your stuff?
We're sort of a national band now, so we play a lot around Leicester, but we're branching out to other venues across the UK. But yeah, you can find us in Donkey, The Musician, Soundhouse. There's some great music venues in Leicester.
As well as obviously Friday's gig at 5.
Yes,
How do you feel about playing that then, Andrea?
Very excited. It's
Let's
the Brandy
Face the Music.
Thieves.
Yeah.
Brandy Thieves' first gig back is Let's Face the Music, and just looking at the lineup, it's an amazing lineup you've got together.
It is, and it's incredible. And you'll be headlining as well. So how do you feel about that? Having been away for about 3 or 4 months.
Yes.
I
feel very excited. I mean, we're practicing hard for it,
That's
making
good.
sure we know what we're doing again after having Matt say
We'll be on the show.
over the winter months. But yeah, we've got us, the Brandy Thieves, Charlotte Carpenter, my good friend Siobhan, Matt say.
We'll be on the show soon.
Yeah. It's going to be a cracking gig across Firebug and Duffy's, and it's only £7.
I know, it's amazing.
Can't
That.
ask for more, really.
Yes, exactly.
Andrea, you kindly let us have a studio recorded track called Down the River. Can you tell us about it and introduce it for us?
Yeah, of course. So Down the River is a track about sort of facing your inner demons and trying to turn your life around. We recorded an amazing video for it that you can find on YouTube. I got very, very muddy in Ayleston Meadows.
Here it is.
Thank you.
Down the river, now the river runs dry. Oh Lord, these leather boots are heavy. I could walk no further, and the monkey lead me off track. And the further I keep walking this direction, there's no turning back. Sinking down, down, swallowed up. I'm in so deep I can't get up, up, up. You'll see my ghost in the weeds, suffocating in disease. Would you cry? Would you cry? Would you cry? Would you cry? You'll see my blood in the sand. Would you think that it was planned? Would you cry? Would you cry? Would you cry? I sold my soul, I sold my soul, I sold my soul. Down the river, now the river. You'll see my blood in the sand. Would you think that it was planned? Would you cry? Would you cry? You'll see my ghost in the weeds, suffocating in disease. Would you cry? Would you cry? I sold my soul down the river, run dry. I sold my soul down the river, run dry. My soul, 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 down the river, dry. My soul, my soul, my soul, my soul, my soul, my soul, down the river, dry.
That is the very distinctive voice of Andrea Kenny of the Brandy Thieves, who is with us in the studio today, sharing some of her music and some of the insights into the band and what they've got going on at the moment. Andrea, tell us about the festival scene. How's that looking?
Incredibly busy. It just gets better and better for us. Last year, our biggest moment was playing Bearded Theory in front of a huge crowd. I think that was sort of a pinnacle moment for us as a band. And this year, apart from obviously Let's Face the Music, which is kicking us off, I think the one we're most looking forward to at the moment is Boomtown.
Oh, wow.
I've been waiting to get into Boomtown for years.
Right.
So this will be our biggest moment today.
What's special about Boomtown?
It's a huge festival.
Where does that happen?
That's somewhere down south. I don't actually know, but I mean, for instance, Lauryn Hill's playing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
The
So you're
Streets.
headlining then, yeah?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Well,
of course. I think we're probably on the smallest stage in the smallest area, but it's a massive festival.
Lauren was there one time, so you know,
Yeah,
on the
so-
smaller stage. So yeah.
Yeah. So we're really excited about that.
How do you get asked or selected for a festival like Boomtown then? Is it just a phone call, or do you have to go for auditions?
Constant pestering?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they
mainly,
keep asking.
yeah.
They keep asking you, and you eventually agrees.
That would be nice. Yeah.
That sounds really good. What about in terms of new music, or where are you at the moment?
Well, because I've been away for 3 months, the boys have been writing some songs and stuff while I've been away that we're sort of getting into practicing now and structuring. So, got some quite tasty new tunes coming up.
I look forward to
Hopefully,
that.
maybe ready for in time for Friday.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Andrew,
Definitely.
finally, where are you guys on social media and
Yeah,
internet?
we've got our own website, and you can find us on Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. You can download our albums from there as well.
Fantastic. Andrea, it's been a real pleasure, and it's been a bit of a whistle stop today because I know you're really busy. So thanks for coming in
No
and
problem, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
and sharing your music. And as always, come in again real soon, and hopefully that album will be in your hand as you walk in the next time we see you. If and we'll maybe get the exclusive on it here.
Thank you very much. See you at Let's Face the Music.
Thank you.
Cheers.
again, find out that I was your issue. Let go, or keep on holding on for nothing to be happening. I wanna live like you're but sweet. I wanna let go 'cause I'm so bleak, too cold. I feel you on my bones, cut loose, but you still leech me. Find out if you're that autumn sky. I guess I'll never find out why. I wanna live like you're but sweet. I wanna let go 'cause I'm so bleak, and I know where you've been. And I know what you've been. I wanna live like you're but sweet. I wanna let go 'cause I'm so bleak, and I know where you've been. And I know what you think of me.
The Lids on Demon FM. I'm so bleak, but I try not to be. That's not the name of the song, by the way. The name of the song is I'm So Bleak. And you're listening to Live, Local and Loud. We've got our next guest in the studio, a busy old show because it's all leading up to Let's Face the Music, a stand-up music gig that's going to be happening next week on Friday night, actually, at the Firebug in Leicester. Kevin's going to tell us a lot more about that as the show. Next guest up, we've got Finches of Attica. Let's hear Behind Below.
I
broke it.
They're wrecking the studio already. That's behind below. And in fact, the Finches of Attica, they're neither. They're right in front of us at the moment. Here
broke the
on
microphone.
Live, Local and Loud. And Kevin is frantically fixing the mic. They were so much into their own music that they kind of wrecked a little bit of the studio. But no damage done.
Head banged the microphone.
So we've got Bryce and Luke. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, all good, thanks. And it's interesting, just before we came on air, we were just having a little bit of a chat. And going to get Bryce to tell us about the band, and then the fact that Luke is kind of like a fair new entrant to the band.
Yeah, we came across Luke after we parted ways with our last bassist. I don't know, we've been together for a while, and we decided we needed some change because we're looking for a different type of music genre that we're heading down towards.
Yeah, going into a different style.
Yeah, different style, and
No pressure, Luke.
no. To be fair, he's done marvellous since he's joined the band. Fits in perfectly.
So what's your background then, Luke, before you came into the band?
Well, I used to be a guitar player quite a while ago. I've been doing that for about 11 and a half years. And then all of a sudden I went into like bass and stuff, and then just kind of went from there really. But aside from that, I'm a kitchen fitter.
That's pretty handy to know.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants a kitchen,
if anyone wants a kitchen,
contact Luke.
Bryce, who are the other band members? You got two more?
Yeah, we've got Tom and Lee, who are pre-engaged. Lee's watching Liverpool versus Sheffield Wednesday, which is important apparently.
Any excuse.
And Tom is still in bed, I believe,
yeah, I think
because
he
it
is.
was his brother's wedding yesterday. So, yeah, he's. feeling
How long
sorry
have you
for
guys
himself.
been together as a band? Since the original?
Originally,
quite a while, isn't it?
about three years now. It was originally just me, our old bassist, and a different drummer to Lee, but we kind of moved on from that. Got Lee in, and then I persuaded Tom to come and sing for us, which he's done fantastically. I couldn't have asked for a better singer.
How did you happen upon that name, Finches of Attica?
Well, everyone thinks. Yeah, Kevin messaged us earlier about what was it about? Mockingbird. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Mockingbird.
Oh,
But
How to
it's
Kill a
not that
Mockingbird.
at
Is
all.
that it?
It's to do with prison rights in Attica, and Finches being a bird of song, and we're singing about oppression and. But yeah.
Last time we asked you that question, I'm sure you said it was something about, you gave us a story about a bird in a loft or something.
Oh
What was
yeah,
that?
no, we have different stories every single time for this. It's
Right.
it's interesting, yeah. We've got different sides, but no, the one that I've just said is apparently true.
What you at the moment these days, you're really filling up decent venues around here, aren't you? So what's your plans? You must.
We've got a few gigs outside of Leicester now.
Yeah,
We've got one with
excellent.
Kinch for a label that we're playing for, which is Scruff of the Neck.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we're
Looking
playing the
forward to
Chameleon
Chameleon.
in Nottingham. That'd be fun. And then the next day we're playing. My phone's gone off. I had a list.
Can't remember when that is.
What they're called?
Where it is.
What they're called? Oh, From Inside at the Vault. The next day, and that's.
And they're quite a big band.
So yeah, that should be
So
good.
that's
But
gonna
we're
be
playing.
really
We've
good.
got 3 festivals that we're playing this year, and hopefully a little tour.
Excellent.
at the-
And then on Friday, of course,
And
we've
we've
got
got,
Let's
yeah.
Face the Music.
Yeah, that would be
Are
very.
you playing the Firebug or the Duffy's
We're playing the
stage?
Firebug.
Firebug.
Nice one. That'd be
Firebug.
great.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing quite a few
There's
performers.
a good
Shakespeare,
mix of
I
bands,
like
aren't there?
Shakespeare.
Yeah, me too.
Last time we played with them a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
Brandy Thieves.
Yeah.
Good friends with the drummer Chris.
that's it.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. To be fair, I've never played the
Have you-
Firebug.
No,
Never played
I
it.
was going to
Have you not?
ask.
Never played the
'Cause you-
Firebug.
yeah,
I've always wanted to.
My 18 years of
This
playing.
is your
I've never played
opportunity,
it.
but it's going to be great. I think it's a really good size for you, so it's going to be nice and sweaty and
Atmospheric.
intimate.
I like
yes.
intimate, sweaty things. So
Nice one, don't we all?
moving on.
Your music, is it stuff, do you do covers or do you do your own stuff?
We do a few covers. We've got one special cover that we always play at the end of our sets. But for you to find out, you've got to come down and see it. So
And it's really good.
don't want
Yeah.
to throw
We love playing
throw it all out there.
And in terms of any new music, are you in the studio at the minute?
Yeah, we're
recording
recording
Yes.
a new single at the moment, and we've got the music down,
Oh,
getting the
it's so-
vocals down
it's so
today,
good.
hopefully. But it's very good. We're heading towards more of a heavier vibe. With, well, it's kind of a bit similar to our recent one, Circus.
going down
we're
a very
heading more
similar
heavier.
path, isn't it?
Are we gonna? And we're gonna see that on Friday as well, are we?
Oh, you'll get to hear that.
Yes,
Yeah, hopefully,
brilliant.
yeah.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, we're
Hopefully.
hoping so.
But that's going to be brought out with a music video as well.
Excellent.
What sort of
Yeah.
stuff do you write about? Is it personal experiences?
Depression and dark things. No, we know. Tom's a great lyrical writer,
He is very good.
and we normally pick up on things that people can relate to. So
Yeah.
mainly just with the times we're living in, it's dark and horrible, and nobody wants to live here anymore. no, it's not.
on
bad.
that upbeat note,
Yeah.
what about festivals? What's going on there?
We're playing Glaston Budget in May. We're playing Western Park Festival in July, and we've just been accepted to play a charity festival. I think it's Glaston Blaby or something like that.
Right, nice, yeah.
In
Blaby.
Yeah, so that should be fun.
So you've pretty much got the north, east, south, and west sort of covered with all that. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. we're playing everywhere across
Expanding.
Leicester. So
Fantastic,
Yeah.
guys.
see us.
If you can introduce the next and final track from Finches of Attica,
Yeah.
tell us what it's about. Tell us the name of the song.
The
And
next
It's
song's-
been good having you in the studio.
Thank you. It's been enjoyable being here.
Thank you.
The next song's Circus. To be fair, just listen to it. You'll enjoy it. It's very heavy. It's what the style we're heading towards. So it was our first ever single. Well, not first ever single. It was our first ever proper single that we brought out.
Thanks,
So-
Bryce and Luke.
No worries.
Cheers, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Don't smile at the man, he's not smiling back. He's hidden under a face, inside he's dressed in black. It's a tightrope to
Take me on a trip to somewhere I have never been. Take me by the hand and show me sights I've never seen. Give me more than love and life is something to believe. Open up my eyes to things that I could never see. Come on, let it show. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. I'm a part of you, you know, like you're a part of me. Just like everyone I've known throughout my history. The key to life is love, you know, it ain't no mystery. There ain't no better feeling than the one you give to me. So I let it show. Let the good times roll. 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 You mean so much to me, I can't help let it show. You mean so much to me, I can't help let you know. So let her know. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll.
That is local musician Rhett Barrow letting the good times roll, and we are letting the good times roll Saturday morning. Jazz and Kevin, live, local and loud. Our penultimate, I think that means our last but one guest is in the studio, Siobhan Matsey. Siobhan's going to kick us in with a track called I'm Not Scared, although she tells us she's petrified. And then we're going to talk some. Siobhan, take it away.
I'm supposed to say it out loud. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of trying not to lose myself in your life. And the world is so as cold as a night. Wanna hold you. I was never enough. Turned to dust, then ground and crushed. Hearts erased at a single touch. I am the name you cry. My blood runs dry. My head into no sign of us, no sign of you. Thank you.
That is Siobhan Matsey. I'm not scared. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Siobhan.
Hello.
Siobhan, tell us about how you got into music and the band that you play with.
Right. Well, I played lead guitar. I played lead guitar in quite a few bands, mostly metal and screamo bands.
Quite a few bands. I didn't realise that.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean they're all like high school bands sort of thing. But I basically I just sort of sang a bit here and there, and someone was like, "Oh, you've got a nice voice, actually." And it's like, "Oh, okay." And then I just started writing my own songs because I wanted to, and then it just sort of snowballed from there, really. And here I am with a band and solo songs.
What do you write about?
It's a very tough question. I'll be honest. I'm usually quite sad when I write. I find sad songs are easier to write than happy songs. But generally, I just try and keep my songs sort of open to interpretation. Really, sort of make people make whatever they want of it in that sort of sense, I guess.
And in terms of performing, where can people find you performing live?
Well, they can find me next Friday.
Yes.
22nd at Firebug. Me and the boys will be headlining that stage.
You'll be with the band then. You're not
It will be, yes, although I've got a bit of sad news. My guitarist will not be joining us for the gig because he had his finger almost chopped off.
Oh,
on
dear.
the door. Yeah. so unfortunately, the nice bits on top won't be there, but we'll still be rocking out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Will you be doing acoustic as well or not?
No,
No.
just
Oh, okay.
full
rock.
pelt.
Yes.
Yeah.
At Firebug.
Yeah, Firebug, that's right. Yeah.
Brilliant. Now you've been performing around town for quite a few years now, haven't you?
Yes.
I see you've started sort of venturing out a little bit to Nottingham.
Yeah.
Have you got plans to go further afield?
Yeah, I'm playing Reading.
Really?
not
Reading?
Sorry, not Reading Festival, but the location.
Oh, yeah.
I'm playing Reading. I'm also going to be playing Northampton pretty soon and Kettering. Generally, I've just been gigging all over the UK. Really, I've played in Liverpool and like the Punters are the best.
Was it Germany you've played in as well?
Yes.
How did
was
that
very
go? That was
far. Do you know what? Germany is the best, and like the Punters are the best as well. They really respect musicians, and they're really, if you're playing in a bar, even though maybe they didn't go out to see live music, they'll just completely sit in silence and really listen and are really engaged. So yeah, it was really, really fun playing in Germany. Definitely want to do that again.
And in terms of new stuff, are you working on any new albums or
Well,
singles?
we've just recently released an EP called Consumed by Chaos, and shortly, hopefully for record release day, we'll be releasing that on vinyl. So this is the first time I've said this publicly. Yeah. So
An exclusive.
Yeah,
Excellent.
exclusive.
I'm looking forward to
yeah.
that. I like my
so,
vinyl.
Yeah, and I've had a listen to it as well, and yeah, it's got a lovely tone, especially with vinyl. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Siobhan, finally, on social media, Facebook and so on, are you?
All the
where
things.
are you? Yeah.
All the things. I'm on Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp.
Have you got a website?
Yes, yep, www.siobhanmatse.com.
And how would you pronounce that? Spell that, Siobhan.
Okay, here it goes. SIOB for Bravo, H for Harry, A for Alpha, N for November, Matse, M for Mother, A for Alpha, Z for Zulu, Z for Zulu, E for Echo, I for Igloo. I'm so used to saying it.
Sayo
it's just
Gaughan
it's-
Matse. Yes.
I need to
Siobhan,
think
we're
something.
going to play you out with one of your tracks called "What Have I Become." Can you give us a bit of insight into it and introduce it for us?
Yeah, it's certainly a lot louder than the first song I just played you. I'll tell you that much. But it's just about, it's sort of like a kind of self-discovery type thing. Quite loud and a bit angsty and grungy. So yeah. that's
Okay,
about
just
it.
before we play that, and talk to us again real soon.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
I'm a pool that no one's getting in. I'm sinking slowly and I can't swim. The taste of the fear is so biting my tongue. The bleach and the blood as it fills my lungs. Woke the lion from its slumber. I shook the cage and hid under you. I watched its teeth as it teared you apart. Each piece I used to mend my broken heart. So what then? What have I become?
Still going psycho, Herberton, on Live, Local and Loud. Our final guest is ready. He's got his guitar ready to go, and he's going to give us a bit of radio silence. Luke Broughton, take it away, Luke.
Myself to sleep. Do you think of me? You said run to the light. You said this is no life at all. You said run for your life. You said we don't have time. Lying in the dark, I never thought I'd see this space inside my heart, a place where you should be. You're not there. You're not there. Radio silence. Radio silence. You're not there. You're not there. Radio silence. Radio silence.
That's Radio Silence, something that we dread here in the world of radio, of course, but it's a great, great song. We're going to welcome Luke back to the studio. Hello, Luke.
Hello, Luke. How you doing?
I'll ask you just to... he's at his microphone now. Luke, it's great to see you back in the studio again. You're going to be performing at this gig next week. What you got planned for that?
Well, I will be playing a couple of new songs, and I do have a special guest that's going to join me on stage as well.
All right.
Is that a sort of a mystery on the night?
It is, yeah.
Revelation? Okay.
It is.
We won't push you for that then.
People that have seen a couple of recent shows might be able to have a guess at it, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Actually, it'll be nice.
And that's on Friday, isn't it? And will
That's
you
on
be
Friday.
playing the Duffy's Bar or Firebug?
I'll be playing at Duffy's.
Duffy's, nice.
Luke, you've kind of booked the trend because typically you tend to associate musicians sort of moving south towards London, but you've kind of done it in opposite. How did that come about?
Well, yeah, I moved here initially because of a relationship that I was in, and saw the pressures, I guess, of living in London and always working, and all the money going on rent. It's like, do you want food or do you want to pay rent? It's okay, I've got no time here. I love it still, but but anyway, I moved here, and then I don't know, about three and a bit years ago, I started wanting to do my own thing and play gigs. So I pestered people to give me a gig and took it from there.
Luke, you got a pretty unusual sound. How did that come around?
I really don't know, actually. I mean, I suppose it's got to do with some of the things that I've listened to. I guess a lot of the time things rub off on you or influence you, but kind of quite subconsciously. It's just kind of my default. It's my emotional default, I think. It's just, it's what comes out.
And what does come out? How does the music happen?
Usually there's a tune, there's a melody of some sort, and some chords kind of form, and the feeling of that sort of kind of singing just sounds and notes. It's more about the colours initially for me, and then from that it sort of tells me what that song might eventually be about because of what it kind of feels like, if that makes sense.
Luke, really looking forward to your performances, and of course, just as we wrap up the show today, just a reminder that of course we've had the Bellatones, we've had Andrea Kenny from the Brandy Thieves, we've had Bryce and Luke from the Finches.
Of course, Luke Brighton, all of which can be seen on...
We had on the show.
We've had the great and wonderful Siobhan Mazzy from Siobhan Mazzy and her band. And now, of course, Luke Brighton, all of which can be seen on Friday at Let's Face the Music in Duffy's Bar and Firebug.
And where can people get more information about that gig?
They can get more information from Facebook. Just search for Let's Face the Music. It's all there. And get tickets from there. Only £7. So, and there's a good 13 or so bands there. So that's really good value for money. It is. It's an awesome lineup.
Fantastic. Kevin, it's been a pleasure. Luke, we're going to play you out with a song called A Letter. If you can introduce it for us. And thanks for coming in.
Okay, well, yeah, this is a song I wrote, and it hasn't actually been played on radio before. So it's
another first.
It's an exclusive. It's called A Letter.
That's it. We're all done. And Demon World, live, local, and now. And Kevin Gaughan, thank you for listening.
Just another letter she opens and burns, spelling out a life where hopes are not returned. Why does it feel so bad, so sad? So glad to be alone, to be alone. Just another letter she opens and burns, dreaming of a life where love is not unlearned. Why does it feel so bad, so sad? With
Jazz Minhas. This is a Demon FM.